Millions of drivers have no idea that WD-40 can actually prevent a $2,000 car repair, and most mechanics will never tell you this. But today, I'm revealing 17 little-known WD-40 tricks that repair shops don't want you to know. These are real tested hacks that actually save you thousands in car repairs, and chances are, you're not using WD-40 correctly. Don't skip to save money. Let's start with number 17. Shield your electrical connectors. Electrical gremlins are the worst. One day everything works fine. The next you're chasing sensor errors, misfires, or, worst case scenario, staring at a $700 ECU replacement quote. And you know what causes most of these failures? A tiny bit of moisture sneaking into connectors over time. Here's the fix. Spray a light coat of WD-40 on clean, powered-off connectors, especially those hiding under the hood or near wheel wells. That water-displacing formula creates a protective barrier that stops corrosion before it even starts. Think of it as armor for your wiring harness. But here's the kicker. Want even better protection? Upgrade to WD-40 Specialist Contact Cleaner. It evaporates fast, leaves zero residue, and won't gum up sensitive electronics. Considering a full harness replacement can run over $1,000, this $6 investment is basically printing money. This next one will 100% shock you. Number 16. Stop rust dead in its tracks. Rust is like automotive cancer. Once it starts, it spreads fast and costs a fortune to fix. Whether it's surface rust on your frame, wheel wells, or underbody components, catching it early is the difference between a $10 fix and a $1,500 repair bill. Here's where WD-40 becomes your rust-fighting superhero. Spray it directly on light surface rust. Let it penetrate for a few minutes, then scrub with a wire brush or steel wool. The penetrating oil breaks down the oxidation, making it easy to remove before it eats through your metal. But here's the real power move. After you've removed the rust, spray another coat of WD-40 to create a moisture barrier that prevents it from coming back. This works especially well on tools, suspension components, and any exposed metal that's vulnerable to the elements. And here's the thing. For stubborn rust, use WD-40 Specialist Rust Release Penetrant. It's specifically formulated to eat through heavy corrosion and free up seized parts. A few sprays today could save you from replacing an entire component tomorrow. And trust me, replacement parts aren't cheap. You'll be shocked by this next one. Number 15. Treating spark plugs. Ever tried removing spark plugs only to hear that terrifying grinding sound? That's metal fusing to metal, and it's about to cost you big time. One wrong move, and you're looking at stripped threads, broken plugs, or even a cracked cylinder head that'll run you thousands to repair. Here's the twist most people don't know. WD-40 can break them free in seconds. Most folks reach for brute force, which only makes things worse. The smarter move? Spray WD-40 directly into the threads and let it sit for 10 minutes as it works its way down, breaking the corrosion's grip from the inside out. But here's what they don't tell you. In testing, bolts that required 500 foot-pounds of torque to break loose needed just 238 foot-pounds after WD-40 treatment. That means you save both your engine threads and your wallet, not to mention your knuckles. Here's a bonus tip. Mechanics won't tell you. Slightly warm engines respond even better to penetrating sprays. Try this right after a short drive for the best results. Just make sure the engine isn't hot enough to burn you or create a fire hazard. But spark plugs aren't the only thing that needs protection. Number 14. Save your weather stripping. Ever try opening your car door on a freezing morning and it feels like it's super glued shut? That's not just winter being brutal. That's your rubber seals starting to fail. And when they don't go quietly. Cracked weather stripping lets water creep in, and that moisture can soak your carpets, fry electronics, grow mold that smells like a gym locker, and even rot out your floor panels. If water reaches the wiring under your dash, you're looking at repair bills that easily break $2,000. But here's the solution. WD-40 Specialist Silicone Spray. Unlike the standard formula, which contains petroleum that can actually dry out rubber, this version keeps seals soft, flexible, and water-resistant. A quick spray every few months, wipe off the excess, and you're golden. And here's the thing. The silicone formula doesn't just prevent sticking. It actually extends the life of your weather stripping by keeping it pliable and preventing those tiny cracks that turn into big leaks. Do this regularly, and your seals could last years longer than they would otherwise. Quiet cabin, dry floors, no mildew, and hundreds saved. Seriously, Who wants to pay $200 per door for new weather stripping when a $7 can prevent the problem entirely? Trust me, you'll be shocked by this next one. Number 13. Restore foggy headlights for safer night driving. Those yellow hazy headlights aren't just ugly, they're reducing your visibility by up to 80% at night. Seriously, you might as well be driving with your eyes half closed. Here's what's happening. UV rays break down the protective coating on your headlight lenses, leaving them cloudy and dangerously dim. While permanent restoration requires proper polishing, WD-40 offers an emergency solution that actually works. But here's the catch. Spray a light mist on a microfiber cloth, then wipe across your headlight lenses. This temporarily restores clarity by filling in microscopic cracks and creating a smooth surface that reflects light properly again. The difference is immediate. You'll actually be able to see road signs and pedestrians again. This $6 solution buys you safe visibility for a few days to a couple weeks, until you can get proper restoration done. It's not permanent, but when you're driving home late and can barely see the road, this hack's a legitimate lifesaver. Pro tip: apply this before a long night drive or road trip for maximum safety. Your future self will thank you when you're not squinting through foggy lenses on a dark highway. Before we proceed with the really mind-blowing tips, we'll appreciate liking the video. It'll help us do more car tips and tricks like this one. You won't believe what secret number 1 could do. Anyways, get ready to have your mind blown by this next WD-40 trick. Number 12. Diagnosing squeaky belts before replacing them. That high-pitched squeal under your hood doesn't always mean you need a new belt. Sometimes it's just moisture getting between the belt and pulleys, causing slippage and that ear-piercing noise that makes everyone in the parking lot stare at you. Here's the solution most mechanics won't tell you about. A light mist of WD-40 on the underside of the belt provides temporary relief by displacing water and reducing initial friction. This $6 fix buys you time to schedule a proper inspection instead of panicking into a $150 belt replacement you might not need yet. But here's the diagnostic trick. If the squeal stops immediately after spraying, you know it's a moisture or minor wear issue. If it comes back quickly or doesn't stop at all, then yeah, you probably need a new belt or have a pulley alignment problem. Just remember, this is a temporary diagnostic solution. Never soak the belt, as WD-40 can deteriorate rubber over time with heavy application. ASE-certified mechanics like Eric the Car Guy have recommended this emergency fix for decades, but always follow up with a proper inspection. And here's the thing. Think of it as a triage tool that helps you figure out if you need immediate replacement or can wait a bit. Either way, you're making an informed decision instead of getting sold a repair you don't need. But this next problem silently drains your battery every single day. Number 11. Protect battery terminals. Imagine this. You're running late, it's freezing outside, and your car won't start. You pop the hood and see that white, crusty buildup all over your battery terminals. That's not just ugly. It's literally creating electrical resistance that's draining your battery even when the car's off. That corrosion creates a barrier between your battery and the rest of your electrical system, forcing everything to work harder until it simply fails to start. Then you're stuck calling for a jump or paying $200 for a tow. But here's the truth. Disconnect the terminals first, negative then positive, and clean them thoroughly with a wire brush. Once they're clean and dry, spray a light coat of WD-40 on all metal surfaces before reconnecting. Positive then negative this time. The WD-40 creates a moisture-resistant barrier that prevents oxygen and electrolytes from reacting with the metal. This simple trick prevents that embarrassing jump start in your office parking lot and extends your battery's life significantly. And here's what most people miss. Do this twice a year, once before winter and once before summer, and you'll avoid 90% of battery-related starting problems. That's a pretty solid return on a 5-minute investment. You'd be very much shocked by this next one. Number 10. WD-40 for removing scratches. Imagine this. You're running late, heading to an important meeting, and you notice a fresh scratch on your car door. That's not just ugly. It's literally exposing your paint to moisture and air that will cause rust and turn a minor cosmetic issue into expensive bodywork. Ever noticed how those light surface scratches seem to catch the light and make your car look neglected? Those scratches create pathways for water and contaminants to reach the metal underneath, forcing you to either live with the damage or pay hundreds of dollars at a body shop to fix them. But here's the truth. Spray a small amount of WD-40 directly on the scratch. The petroleum-based lubricant fills in the shallow grooves and helps blend the scratch with the surrounding paint, making it far less visible or even disappearing completely. The WD-40 works by temporarily filling the microscopic gaps in the clear coat and reflecting light more evenly across the surface. This simple trick can make light scratches nearly invisible and buys you time before needing professional repair, or eliminates the need entirely for superficial marks. And here's what most people miss. This only works on light surface scratches that haven't penetrated the clear coat. If the scratch is deep enough to catch your fingernail, you'll need professional repair. But for those annoying parking lot scratches, a can of WD-40 that costs about $6 can save you $150 to $300 in body shop bills. This next one is shocking. Number 9. Never, ever use WD-40 inside your engine. This one sounds so ridiculous that you'd think nobody would actually do it, but people are actually pouring WD-40 into their oil fill caps or adding it to fuel, thinking it works like some miracle lubricant. After all, it stops squeaks and kills rust, so why not inside the engine, right? Here's why. WD-40 is not engine oil. It's a solvent. It was never designed to handle high temperatures, extreme pressure, or internal combustion conditions. It evaporates quickly, offers zero thermal protection, and provides no actual lubrication where it matters most. But let's be honest, using it inside your engine can cause overheating, bearing failure, oil starvation, piston seizure, or even total engine collapse. And now you're not just out of oil, you're out of an engine. That kind of mistake runs you anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 or more, depending on what fails and what needs replacing. And here's the kicker. WD-40 is flammable. So yeah, dumping it into a sealed, high-heat, high-pressure environment, that's not just a bad idea, that's a literal fire hazard waiting to happen. Use WD-40 around the engine all you want. On bolts, hoses, connectors, external components, all fine. But inside the block, never. Your engine oil is specifically engineered for its job. Don't mess with it. Internal engine damage is catastrophic, but this next mistake affects the one system designed to keep you alive. Number 8. Keep WD-40 away from your brakes. Seriously. Someone on Reddit once joked, "I got WD-40 all over my disc brakes, and now when I brake, I go faster." It's funny until you realize people actually do this, thinking it'll stop squeaking, remove rust, or just clean things up. But here's the truth. Your brakes rely on friction to stop your car. WD-40 is a lubricant. Spray it on brake components and you're literally reducing your ability to stop. It soaks into the pads, contaminates the surface, and leaves behind a greasy film that doesn't just squeak, it slips. Even worse, even if you catch your mistake early, replacing contaminated pads and rotors runs $300 to $500 per axle. If the fluid lines or calipers get damaged, that climbs well past $1,000. If your brakes need cleaning, use proper brake cleaner. Even WD-40 makes one under its specialist line. But this one will save you money. Number 7. Stop rust in door sills before they cost thousands. Your door's biggest rust risk hides exactly where you step in. And most people never check it until there's an actual hole you can see daylight through. Those door sills you step across every day are secretly collecting water, salt, and debris that's eating through your car's structure from the inside out. The danger zone is where the inner and outer panels meet, creating seams and channels where moisture gets trapped without ever fully drying. But here's the part most drivers miss. A light spray of WD-40 along these seams and drip rails creates a moisture barrier that prevents oxidation from starting. This 5-minute task can literally save your door from rusting through. Door rust repair starts at $500 and can easily exceed $2,000 if structural components are compromised. You'll be surprised by this next one. Number 6. Rescue a stuck hood. Release before you're stranded. There's nothing worse than pulling the hood release during an emergency, only to find it's completely seized shut, blocking access to your battery, fluids, or overheating engine. And of course, this only happens when you're already stranded and desperate. Here's what's actually going on. The hood release mechanism is particularly vulnerable to corrosion because it collects road grime, salt, and moisture while remaining largely ignored until it fails, typically when you need it most. But here's the catch. Spray WD-40 directly into the hood latch mechanism, targeting both the interior release handle and the actual latch under the hood. Work it through its full range of motion several times so the lubricant penetrates deep into the mechanism. Roadside assistance calls for hood release failures average $85 to $150, assuming you can even get help quickly. This next one will 100% shock you. Number 5. Protect emergency tools from trunk rust. Those tools sitting in your trunk or under your seat. The jack, lug wrench, jumper cables. They're slowly rusting away, guaranteeing they'll fail when you finally need them on the side of a dark highway. Your trunk experiences extreme temperature fluctuations and humidity changes, creating perfect conditions for condensation that settles on metal surfaces and initiates corrosion. Even brand new tools can develop surface rust within months of trunk storage. But here's the solution. Give them a light coating of WD-40, paying special attention to hinges, joints, ratcheting mechanisms, and any bare metal surfaces. Spray a light coat on all metal surfaces, then wipe off any excess to avoid greasy buildup. Replacing rusted emergency tools can easily cost $50 to $100 or more. Tools are critical, but this next trick helps you diagnose problems without any tools at all. Number 4. Diagnosing vacuum leaks like a professional mechanic. Ever had your car idle like it's having an existential crisis? Sputtering at red lights, randomly throwing check engine lights, or guzzling gas like it's going out of style? You might be dealing with a vacuum leak, and most people don't catch it until they're staring at a $150 diagnostic bill at the shop. Here's where WD-40 becomes your secret diagnostic weapon. With the engine running at idle, spray it lightly near vacuum hoses, intake manifold gaskets, and connection points. If the idle suddenly changes, either speeding up or smoothing out, boom, you just found your leak. But here's what's really happening. The WD-40 spray gets sucked into the leak, temporarily sealing the gap and affecting the air-fuel mixture. And unlike carb cleaner, WD-40 won't turn your engine bay into a fire hazard or melt plastic components and sensors. Once you've found the leak, you can decide whether to fix it yourself or at least know exactly what to tell the mechanic. You'd be shocked by this next one. Number 3, free frozen locks in seconds. Picture this, you're already running late. The temperature's dropped below 0, and your key won't turn in that ice-jammed lock. You're standing there in the cold, jiggling the key like an idiot while your fingers go numb. We've all been there. Here's what's actually happening. Moisture gets trapped inside the lock mechanism, freezes solid overnight, and blocks the pins from moving properly. The lock isn't broken, it's just temporarily paralyzed by ice. But here's the twist. The WD in WD-40 literally stands for water displacement. This was Formula 40's original purpose back in the 1950s. Spray a small amount directly into the keyhole, and watch the magic happen almost instantly. It displaces the moisture and melts the ice, allowing your key to turn freely again. Drivers pay over $100 for emergency lockout services that could be prevented with this simple trick. This one will surprise you. Number 2. Dissolve bugs, tar, and tree sap like chemical warfare. Bug splatter baked onto your bumper. Tar spots stuck to your rocker panels. Tree sap that regular car soap just laughs at. These aren't just eyesores. They're actively etching into your clear coat right now, causing permanent damage that'll cost hundreds to fix. Here's the move. Spray WD-40 directly on the affected area and let it penetrate for 30 to 60 seconds. The solvents go to work breaking down the molecular bonds of these contaminants without requiring harsh scrubbing that could scratch your paint. But here's the beauty of it. Simply wipe gently with a microfiber cloth using light pressure. The bug guts, tar, and sap lift away like they were never there. Professional detailers charge $50+ for spot treatment of these contaminants. Your DIY approach costs literally cents per application. Just remember to wash the area with soap and water afterward to remove any residual WD-40. And finally, the number 1 hack that saves more headaches than anything else. Number 1. Remove stubborn stickers and decals without paint damage. Old parking permits, expired inspection stickers, registration decals that won't budge. That dealership badge that's been advertising for them on your car for 5 years. And worst of all, bumper stickers from the previous owner that make you look like you support things you definitely don't support. We've all been there, trying to peel them off and ending up with a sticky, half-removed mess that looks worse than just leaving it alone. Scraping with your fingernail doesn't work. Razors risk scratching your paint. And that adhesive residue, it's like automotive superglue. But here's the game changer. Spray WD-40 liberally on the sticker and surrounding edges, making sure to saturate the edges where it meets the paint. Let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes as it seeps underneath the adhesive layer. The penetrating oil breaks down the sticky compounds at a molecular level, weakening the bond between the sticker and your paint. After a few minutes, you can lift the sticker with a plastic card, credit card, or even your fingernail without damaging the surface underneath. Detail shops charge $100+ for adhesive removal services. That's literally an hour of labor for something you can do in 5 minutes. One detailer even confessed, "This is exactly what we use in the shop. Then we charge you $100 and call it professional adhesive removal." These WD-40 tricks are very helpful. How many did you already know? Drop a comment below and let me know which one shocked you the most. If this video just saved you from expensive mechanic visits, hit that subscribe button. But you know what else is helpful? Car features inside your car that can actually save you tons of money. Click this video if you like saving money. Trust me, you'll be surprised at what you find. These features will blow your mind. You don't even know these exist in your own car, saving you money. You won't regret it.